friends, we are ready for NFL picks for week number 10 in the league where they play for pay. Great to be back with you guys. The best audience in all of YouTube is right here. Week number 10 already. The season is flying by. I am having a monster season. 13-2 last week. That included the Tampa Bay Giant game from the Monday before. 114-34 for the year. That averages out to about 12-4 each and every week. That's picking. I've been flat out dealing this year. Let's keep it going. Week number 10, pick number 1. Here we go. Let's go to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, where the team with the most championships and Super Bowls resides. The Green Bay Packers, -14, against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville 1-7, lost to the Texans. Jacksonville's lost 7 in a row. What else is new with them? Green Bay up to 6-2, slammed San Francisco on Thursday Night Football. Listen, this is a game for all you 4-team teaser lovers. You get 4 teams, 12 points. You know, you move it any way you want. I'm going to move it to 2 in a 4-team teaser and take the Pack. You can't like Jacksonville. No matter how you play this game, you got to take Green Bay. That's pick number 1. Pick number 2. Let's go down to the Superdome in New Orleans. The Big Easy. Fat Tuesday. Mardi Gras! Who dat? I said, who dat? With the New Orleans Saints at -9 against the San Francisco 49ers. Niners down to 4-5, got plastered by Green Bay. It's all falling apart for the Niners this year. It's been a terrible season. They've been decimated with injuries. How about the Saints? They're up to 6-2, and they just kicked Tampa Bay's ass. They kicked their ass up and down the field. 38-3 in Tampa. What an impressive win by New Orleans, and they're starting to get healthy now. They're looking like one of the better teams in the NFC. They may be starting to peak right about now. That was an impressive win by the Saints on the road. As far as this game, for all you 3-team teaser lovers, 9 points, 3 teams, move it to pick them and take the Saints. I personally, my 2 favorite bets are money line and 2-team teasers. I would love to get this line down to 8.5 and use it in my 2-team teaser. But right now it's at 9, so maybe better off using it in a 3-team teaser. No matter which way you go, you got to take the Saints. That's pick number 2. One more time. Who dat? Pick number 3. Let's go up to Foxborough with the Baltimore Ravens are -7 against the New England Patriots. This is the Sunday Night Football game. New England up to 3-5, beat the Jets. Didn't look all that impressive doing it, but they did get the win. Baltimore up to 6-2, beat the Colts on the road. Baltimore looked a lot better in the second half of this game than the first half. Baltimore did get a lot of guys back on defense as well in this game. So that was a good, solid road win for the Ravens. Listen, I'm a 2-team teaser guy, like I just said. I'm going to move the line to 1 and take the Ravens. In New England, they're just not all that good this year. Baltimore's one of the best teams in football. I can't see the Patriots beating them, even in Foxborough. I'm moving it to 1. I'm taking the Ravens. That's pick number 3. Pick number 4. Let's go to sunny Los Angeles. The City of Angels with the LA Rams are -2 against the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle down to 6-2, lost to Buffalo. Rams, they are 5-3. They're coming off a bye. Remember, 2 weeks ago, the Rams got hammered in South Florida. This is a very big game as far as the division goes. I'm going to move the line to 8 and take the Seattle Seahawks. I think this game is going to be close. I think it's going to come down to the end. I think it's going to be high scoring. And I think it's a field goal game either way. It should be a fun game. It's a must-watch game. It's an important game. But I'm going to move the line to 8 and take Seattle. Should be a lot of points scored in this game. That's pick number 4. Pick number 5. Let's go out to the desert in Arizona, where the Arizona Cardinals are -1.5 against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo up to 7-2. I just mentioned they beat Seattle. I was waiting for Buffalo to have a performance like that for the last month. They've been winning, but they haven't looked all that impressive. Well, they looked impressive here. Quarterback looked good. Offense looked good. That was a nice quality win by the Buffalo Bills. Arizona, they're down to 5-3, lost a heartbreaker to Miami. They could have went to first place if they won that game. Missed the field goal at the end, missed some short yardage plays as well. That was a tough loss for Arizona. Tua played well in that game for Miami, by the way. We'll get to him in a second. I'm going to move the line to 7.5 and take Buffalo. It's such a close game. I mean, it really could go either way. So I feel comfortable getting Buffalo with 7.5. That's pick number 5. Pick number 6. Let's go out to Las Vegas. Chucky! The Raiders. The Grim Reaper. Darth Vader. With the Las Vegas Raiders a -5 against the Denver Broncos. Denver down to 3-5, lost to Atlanta. Vegas up to 5-3, held on and beat the Chargers. That was a very important win for the Raiders. Very important win. They're now 5-3. They're right there. They're right there for a playoff spot. That was a big hold for the Raiders. You thought they were going to lose it at the end, but of course the Chargers found yet another way to lose a game. Big win for the Raiders, though, there. This is a very interesting game here in the Black Hole. It's a big rivalry game. I'm going to move it to basically pick them in a 2-team teaser and take the Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders. I think they're a little better than the Broncos now. It's in Las Vegas. Raiders coming off that nice road win. They're right there for the playoffs. I don't trust the Broncos as much on the road as I do at home. And I think the Raiders got a little something going here, a little something cooking. So I am going to take the Raiders in a 2-team teaser. That is pick number 6. Pick number 7, let's go to the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Not too far from where I am right here. With the Philadelphia Eagles are -3.5 against the New York Football Giants. Eagles 3-4-1. They are coming off a bye. They're, of course, in first place. Giants, they're up to 2-7, beat Washington. The Giants would be undefeated if they could play Washington every week. The Giants have been playing a lot better. They've been in a lot of close games recently. To me, the Giants need a big-time pass rusher. They need a big-time pass rusher, a little more help on the offensive line, but they have been in a lot of close games. I'm going to move it to 9.5 and take the Giants. Remember, these two teams just played a couple weeks ago. It was right down to the end. The Giants could have easily won the game. I think it's going to be that type of game again. I'm going to take the Giants with the 9.5. I get the 9.5. I get the home field. These two teams play close games. I feel comfortable that way. That is pick number 7. Pick number 8. Let's go to Steel City in Pittsburgh, where the Pittsburgh Steelers are -8.5 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals 2-5-1 coming off a bye. Steelers 8-0 beat Dallas. Didn't look all that good doing it. Looked like they had a little bit of a hangover, but they did find a way to win the game. Roethlisberger a little banged up, but he will play. I'm going to move the line to 14.5 here and take the Bengals. I've been saying all year the Bengals have been in just about every game this year. What if they played 8 games? They've been right there in, I think, 7 of them. Right there in 7 of them. And I think the Steelers being 8-0 and undefeated is going to start to wear on them a little bit. That's a lot of pressure when you have that undefeated, record. Everyone's talking about, they're going to go undefeated this year. No, please, let me stop right there. The Steelers are not going undefeated this year. Let's stop that right now. That's not happening. It's actually better if they do take a loss at some point. Get that pressure of the undefeated season off of them. So I'm going to move it to 14.5. It's a division game. The Bengals have been in a lot of their games. Steelers not all that impressive against the Cowboys. Roethlisberger a little banged up. I'm going to say the Bengals at least hang in the game. Not saying they're going to win the game. And listen, if you like Pittsburgh the other way in a teaser, I couldn't argue with you. But I'm going to move it to 14.5 and take the Bengals. That's pick number 8. And pick number 9, let's go down to South Florida, Miami, where the Miami Dolphins are -2.5 against the LA Chargers. Chargers down to 2-6, lost to the Raiders. I've never seen anything like this. The Chargers the last 15 years, I can't even imagine how many games they've lost right at the wire. Looks like they score at the end, but the ball did hit the ground. Chargers lose again. It is unbelievable how many games the Chargers lose that are right there to be won. It's unbelievable. 15 years of this. Herbert, the quarterback, does look very good, though. That's the bright spot for the Chargers. Miami, how about the Dolphins? How about Miami? Up to 5-3, beat Arizona on the road, and I talked about this last week. I said there's no way Tua is going to throw for 90 yards on the road, and expect to win. He didn't. He played really well. Not only passing, but running. Cardinals were up 7 points in this game early in the fourth quarter. Miami had a big 3rd down and 4. All the momentum's on Arizona's side, and Tua has a big run, scrambling around. He has some big throws, big runs. Tremendous job by Tua. He looks really good. Better than you could ever have thought, especially coming off that injury. I mean, he looks really... We got some good young quarterbacks. Burrow, Tua, Herbert. They all look good. Now, I know it's early. A lot of football he played. Tua surprised me how well he played. Showed no effects of the injury at all. He was moving around really good. Miami, the coaching staff, the front office have done an amazing job. Fins up, as they say down in Miami. Tremendous job by Miami being 5-3. And they even switched quarterbacks here. And they're still winning. So Tua looked good. Really good win by Miami against Arizona on the road. I'm going to play this game the money line. I'm going to take Miami in the money line. They're home. They have a lot of positive mojo. Tua looks good. And you just can't trust the Chargers. They will find a way somehow to lose somehow, some way. Somehow, some way, the Chargers will find a way to lose. And Miami's just got too much positive juju right now. And the Chargers have a lot of negative juju, as always. So I'm going to take Miami in the money line. It's an interesting game with Tua and Herbert going at it. But I'm going to go Miami. I got to respect what they're doing. Long trip for the Chargers across the country. Miami money line, that's pick number 9. And the rest of these games, I probably won't bet. I'll go through them real quick here. Tampa Bay -6 against Carolina in Carolina. Carolina down to 3-6. Played a good game against the Chiefs. Fell just short. McCaffrey did come back. Carolina has lost a bunch of games in a row now. Tampa Bay down to 6-3. I talked about this before. Just got squashed by New Orleans. That was an embarrassing performance by Tampa Bay. I mean, to me, I would look more over in this game, the actual betting in this game. It's such a tricky game to bet. What are you going to get from Tampa Bay this week? I mean, they didn't look all that good last week. Are they going to be angry and respond? Or is Carolina going to play like they did last week against the Chiefs? I don't know. I have no feel for this game. If it's a nice weather day in Carolina, I would look over because I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in that game. So that would be pick number 10. And again, the rest of these, the Thursday night football game, Tennessee at home -2 against Indianapolis. Tennessee up to 6-2 beat Chicago. Indianapolis down to 5-3, lost to Baltimore. Hilton looks like he won't play. That's a big loss for the Colts. This is a monster game as far as the division. I don't know what to make of this game. I really don't. It could go either way. I don't bet Thursday night football, so I would stay away from this game completely. It could go either way. I have really no opinion on it. Detroit, Washington, no opinion about this game in the Motor City. Washington 2-6 coming off the loss to the Giants. Detroit 3-5 got bombed by Minnesota. Stafford now has a concussion. Washington's quarterback out for the year with a broken ankle. They've changed quarterbacks twice already. No opinion there. Cleveland at home -3 against the Texans. Cleveland 5-3 off a bye. Texans 2-6. They beat Jacksonville for the second time. Can they beat anyone else? I have no idea. Remember, Cleveland's without Beckham. No feeling on that game, and no feeling on the Monday night game, Minnesota and Chicago. Minnesota's 2.5-point favorite here in Chicago. Chicago's going the wrong way at 5-4, lost to Tennessee. Minnesota's 3-5. They beat Detroit. No real feeling there. I hope that it's a snow game in Chicago. That game should be played in the snow. I really don't have a feel for that game. And you got 4 teams on a bye. Atlanta, who's playing a lot better, is on a bye up to 3-6. Kansas City on a bye at 7-1. Dallas at 2-7 on a bye, and the Jets at 0-9 on a bye. So those last few picks there, I would stay away from. I really have no feeling on Detroit, Washington, Cleveland, Houston, Tennessee, Colts, even Minnesota, Chicago, and to a degree, Tampa Bay, Carolina. I would stay away from those games and focus on the first 9 I mentioned. If I'm betting this week, I'm going to look at those first 9 games. Now, you guys, obviously, you like something, you bet it. You like one of those games I didn't touch, you bet it. You do what you want. I'm going to focus on the first 9 games I mentioned. Don't really have a feel for those last few. But there you go. You guys are all caught up. You guys are all set for Week 10. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Pick a lot of winners. Make a lot of money. Enjoy the games. And most of all, thanks for the support, my loyal listeners. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for hanging in there with me from day one. I'll talk to you guys next Tuesday. Take care.